In this video, we're going to talk about the fear of success when it comes to the law of attraction or manifestation process, including all of the key mindset shifts and practical techniques you need to deal with this fear and put yourself on the best possible path to manifesting your dream life and desires. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tom and I make videos that help you empower your higher self and manifest your dream life. If you'd like to win 60 minutes of one-on-one coaching with me, comment below "it is done." Winners are announced every week. The fear of success is something that hits home for me. I've dealt with it all of my life, and it's come up a lot just shooting these videos and starting my YouTube channel and my business. No matter how much you deal with it, it can just come up because it is quite a deep issue for many of us. And I remember looking back to my schooling years, and literally there's this theme of me always coming second best. I mean, not always, but I come second best quite a bit. And it's like I won't allow myself to truly embrace the idea of being first. Or by first, I mean just equal, just worthy of success. But I remember in cross country, there was a race where I came second, and there was a couple hundred boys, and I had the first position right until the final bend, and then I got overtaken and lost. And then I remember as well, there was this acting thing that I did in high school where I was in a school play, and I played this character, and people said it was an amazing performance. Everyone thought I was a shoo-in for the Full Colors Award, which is kind of like the Oscar of that school, and I didn't get it. I got half colors, and that's like the second best one you can get. And I remember these episodes were quite emotional blows for me. But then I've since discovered that they all related to an inner thought, a belief that was within me, and we're going to uncover this in a second. And when you can understand what this belief is and shift it, you can free yourself of this block, of this limitation, and truly just be yourself and achieve whatever you want and manifest those desires. But at the present moment, you may or may not be aware of what this thought is. And it may be something that's under your conscious awareness that's simply being expressed as an emotional state, fear, anxiety, doubt, or physical actions and habits, behaviors such as self-sabotage, procrastination and laziness, staying in your comfort zone, and complacency. All of these are manifestations of this belief around what success is. And so through all this inner healing work and contemplation I've had to do to kind of get a handle on it and push past it, which I'm still doing every day, I've worked out that the thought can really be summed up as this, and there are three elements that are also a part of this thought. It's, if I truly feel into the feeling of my wish fulfilled, and I align myself on all layers of my being, my emotions, my thoughts, my actions, with my desire and dream reality, and it truly manifests for real, then I won't be able to handle it. I may lose it, and I may be exposed as worthless and unlovable in some way. So I know that's quite deep and a lot to take in, so let's break it down with some real life examples. So the fear of not being able to handle it, maybe that's living your purpose or upgrading your career. And in this position of authority, of influence, where you're dealing with people with new responsibilities, you feel like your skill set or your character is somehow insufficient and you won't be able to handle that new level of responsibility. Somehow you'll mess it up, you'll self-sabotage, and you'll fail. And everything will come crumbling back down. Or the fear of losing it. This may be to do with a financial goal, financial freedom and abundance, and achieving a state where you have a lot of money and you're able to live the lifestyle you want in the house and the physical possessions, the material things in your life. And what if you achieved this sense of luxury that lights you up inside, and then you lost it all. Somehow this money dries up and you're faced to return to your old reality where it's not so abundant and luxurious, and that contrast of losing it is simply too painful for you, especially more painful than staying in your comfort zone right now and not having to experience it and then to lose everything. And then not being worthy of it, being exposed as worthless and unlovable. This may be to do with manifesting love in your life, an ideal relationship, perhaps with a specific person. And if you were to actually manifest this and have this connection to this person in your real life, you may fear that it becomes a spotlight for this person to truly know who you are, and your weaknesses and insecurities are all vulnerably laid out on the table. And then to be rejected for who you truly are would be physical confirming evidence that you truly are worthless, insignificant, and unlovable in some way. And this person will leave you, and that would confirm that within you. And so it's easier in a sense to wear a mask where you don't truly allow yourself to align with that reality in your consciousness and in real life. And you still get to wear that mask where you don't have those deepest fears about yourself truly confirmed. You can still hide behind that mask and know that you're safe behind it. So with all this being said, what does it boil down to? The fear of success is basically the fact that your mind is painting your desire to equal pain. And you don't want pain. And your ego, which are these types of fearful thoughts that come up and cause these lack, fearful and negative emotions within you, is running on autopilot to play out these thoughts. And one of these thoughts is also the definition of success. The definition of success that we pick up from society, our parents, our conditioning, and our emotional impacts. And it's to do with success being defined by a condition, by achieving the external desire or object or life that you want in the physical world. And so success is seen as a place you arrive at when you achieve something. And we assume that's to be true. And if that was true, then it does make a lot of sense. These fearful thoughts make a lot of sense. Because if we do achieve this desire and therefore success and that good positive life we want, those emotions we want, and then we somehow lose it all or find out we're incompatible with this life, then the pain comes. Because we lose that object, we lose that physical experience. And lacking that experience means we lack success. And this time perhaps forever. But that is all an assumption or story that is not inherently true. And I'd like to offer you a new definition of what success really is. Let's think about a wedding cake right now. The external desires would be the outer decorations, the sprinkles, the fruit, the icing, whatever you like. And they're nice. It's not that you can't have them. It's just that they're not essentially the cake. You don't eat the cake just for the outer decorations on it. The cake itself, the ingredients, that is what the cake is. And that is what success is. It's the substance, the emotional experience that these outer layers are simply decorating. So what does this mean for us? It means that success is not a destination. It is a present moment by present moment experience that can be activated in you right now. That is unconditional and not dependent on whether you have something or not. How is this possible? You might think, because say you want the money, the love, career situation, and you don't have it, then how can you feel good? Well, you can think different thoughts and form new beliefs within yourself that change your definition of success and paradoxically place you in a frequency of consciousness that is abundant and worthy, that these physical things flow in anyway as a bonus. The definition of success can be broken down into three things as well. The core of it is you are living in alignment with who you truly are. That's the core of what success means. So, an element of that is to sincerely align with and take action upon your heart's desires, what you really want in life. As soon as you take one foot forward, you are a success because you are listening to your heart, and there is no greater courage, sense of integrity, sense of a good, successful, and worthy person in that act. No matter what actually happens when it comes to the fruits of your actions, that sense of a sincere attempt to align with what your heart wants is what success is. Similarly related are your values in life and your true potential in your authentic character. If every day you are on the journey of growth and you are doing your best to uncover your gifts and to live in integrity with your values, whether that's love, truth, beauty, kindness, then you are a success. Again, independently of the fruits of these efforts. Simply the intent to do it is success. And finally, the degree to which you are aware of your spiritual essence. Now, this really isn't something that requires effort to be true. It is true regardless of whether you're aware of it or not. But it helps to be aware that through meditation and yoga and simply being present and reading spiritual texts and having more experiences which many, many people around the world are awakening up to right now. That spiritual connection to life, that realization of who you truly are, beyond the thoughts, beyond the physical world and achievements therein, that connection alone will make you exude that feeling of success. Because remember, we said success is simply to live the life you want. And in living that life you want, you experience positive emotions. Your state of being is positive and loving and blissful and joyful. But what if that's who you already are most naturally? And what if believing these egoic, fearful, conditioned thoughts about success being out there and you having to achieve it, otherwise you'll be exposed as worthless, is simply a paradigm that's not the truth. It's like putting on a pair of red-colored glasses. You can only see red. But what if you could just take off those glasses altogether? And then without those glasses, you are simply already a success. Because that is who you are in your most essence. You are pure divine consciousness. This is what enlightenment is. This is what spiritual teachers are trying to point to, that we are flawless and truly unconditionally lovable and loved and literally love in who we most are. Now, I understand that's a little bit airy-fairy and hard to connect to, especially if you haven't had spiritual experiences or you're not really interested in spirituality. And I understand that, and I came from that feeling and that mindset. So I understand that, but it's at least plants a seed within you to understand that the worth, the success, the love is right here under your nose. And that makes it amazing for you, because then tapping into that, aligning with your values, aligning with your heart's desires, will automatically make you feel like a success right now. And we can at least agree that success equals a positive emotion. And if you feel those positive emotions, which you can right now, then you are a success. So that's the takeaway, at least. A side note here is I was reading this book called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And he talks about the idea of having an open heart. We take out our inner thorns, which are these fearful thoughts that success may bring us pain, may expose us to feelings of worthlessness and a lack of love and significance in who we are. These are these thorns that we place in us thinking that we're actually being safe, but they actually condemn us to negative emotions right now, which is by definition the lack of success, right? Because we feel doubt, fear, worry, anxiety. But we know success equals bliss, joy, fun, happiness, adventure. And so by holding on to these negative beliefs, these thoughts, we place a thorn within our heart, thinking that we're being safe, thinking that success, being the positive emotion, is where the danger lies, not realizing that we are stabbing ourselves and exposing us to the danger right now, to those negative emotions. And so really the safest bet you can do is to take the thorns out and set yourself free and live with an open heart and to flow with life and love in yourself. And that's what success is. This does relate to the tangible physical achievement of your goals, I promise you. It's just important to get this mindset right when it comes to manifesting your desires, because this is what truly living in the end and the feeling of your wish fulfilled truly comes down to: an inner abundance of worth and love and happiness, which equals success. And you can create that right now. So let's move on to some external, tangible tips and techniques that you can really cultivate this sense of inner success right now. So one is to realize that the way your mind thinks, the ego thinks, is black and white and limited. It's, if I lose this amount of money, then I'm a failure. It's very final, it's very black and white. But life doesn't work like that. And there's no real instance where there's a single catastrophe that ruins all of our chances to try again. In fact, when you understand the subconscious mind more deeply, you realize that all failures or mistakes are simply inner corrections. It's a feedback system for the subconscious mind to really fine-tune that expansive process to place you on that life where your manifestation can come true. So there's no such thing as screwing everything up and failing. It's more these feedbacks that come with growth that will finally align us with that dream life we want. So you can loosen up that idea that you have to be perfect as a person in who you are. You will always face the challenges, the situation that you can handle in yourself. Paul Chek is the one that actually gave me this idea that your soul or your character can only ever face that which it is ready for and most optimal to its positive growth and expansion. So make mistakes, put yourself out there. There's no black or white failure. It's an area of gray. It's a constant expansion. There's blurred lines everywhere. You can truly take action. You can truly align in your emotions right now. And you realize that it's not a black or white thing. It's a constant process anyway. Which brings me to point number 2, that accept backlashes. These egoic thoughts, these fears that we pick up that are within our subconscious self, these traumas, they will play out. But the important thing is not to be disheartened by that. For example, I've done a lot of inner work, right? For years, I've journaled for years, I've known about spirituality and the law of attraction for years. And then I pick up a camera to talk about it, having made videos on another channel a year ago, and they just come off. And it's a part of me is still fragmented and needs more healing. But I don't get worried by that. And I accept it. And I know I've got more healing to do, but I still do it anyway because I'm not bought into what this thinking mind or what these negative emotions are trying to get me to buy into. I know they're just a part of me that isn't the true me. And I accept them and I allow them, and I know it's going to be part of growth and expansion. And in doing so, I allow them to leave my being more quickly. Obviously, I don't do this perfectly whatsoever, but I'm getting better at letting these leave my system more quickly and then getting into that state of alignment in the present moment with those positive emotions and thoughts that literally equal success. And then that leaves me to point 3, which is do it anything. Ralph Waldo Emerson says, do the thing and you shall have the power. Which means that no matter how much you kind of think about certain things or try and heal yourself, sometimes you've got to just experience it. And in that experience through real life, you literally see that outside of your comfort zone, this upper limit within your psyche that says success on the other side of this bubble within me is going to be dangerous. Sometimes you just need to step outside that bubble, look around and see it's safe, and then sigh. Whatever that means with relation to your current situation, there's always a place you can go with action or psychologically within your thoughts or spiritual experiences that will silence all doubts about success being something you will experience more pain from. And the more experience you gain, the more comfortable you will be, and the more your bubble of success will expand, your sphere of success will expand, and you'll be able to then expand again and again and again, and feel even more positive emotions over time. And finally, you can do thought work in saying that. It definitely helps to challenge these negative thoughts and assumptions. For example, if I don't achieve my dream life with my purpose, then I'll be worthless. Then I'll have pain. And you can ask yourself, is that true? How do I really know that's true? And challenge that thought. And what you'll find is that actually life will go on. And life will still be good because I can still have access to those inner dimensions, those inner mental faculties within myself that bring about positive perspectives, emotions, habits, and I can try again. And you can kind of weaken the bonds of these false beliefs about what success means for you. And so that is a process that can, again with the physical action, again with the acceptance of the turbulence within the mind, within the egoic patterns, all of this comes together to truly help you break past your own limitations, which really is an internal process. But it becomes external very quickly, and when you allow yourself to live in the consciousness of the life you want, with the desire you want, and you can be comfortable in your psychology first and foremost, that is when it manifests. That is because reality is a mirror of your internal contents of your subconscious mind. So, inner success, outer success. Doing all this equals achieving your external desire, but from a very different paradigm. It's a paradigm of celebration. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, please leave me a comment and subscribe to my channel. And check out my website if you'd like to have one-on-one coaching with me. It'd be great to have you for a session. And stay tuned for more videos on manifesting your dream life in the future.